everybody? And how's it going? Hope you guys are doing well. Hold on, let me adjust myself real quick. And welcome to Hate2Pylon, and this is the Pylon Picks. Can we make it to Christmas, Grandpa?
We're struggling, but we're going to get there.
We are going to get there. How you doing tonight, Jonathan?
I'm fine. How are you, CJ? Actually, you know what? I'm better than fine. You know what? Ask me again. I'm gonna respond to you with the funniest response I ever got, just randomly from a dude I didn't know. When I was passing him on the street one time, I was just like, "Yo, what's up?" And this man gave me the funniest response that stuck with me for like 6 years now. And I'm gonna respond with it as well now. Go ahead, ask me how I'm doing.
All right, hold on. Let me prepare myself for this. Jonathan, how are you doing today?
Exceptionally well.
That has to be your response every time I ask you that.
Exceptionally well.
Exceptional. I love it.
Man had the crazy eyes going and everything. I knew I had messed with the wrong person. I just kept going. I was on my way to get some wings, and I wasn't about to let a crackhead stop me.
Facts. There's nothing on this God's green earth that's going to stop me from getting me a 10-piece wings with fries and a medium soft drink. Yes, sir. Oof. That combo is lively. You know, I understand now why Lou Will risked it all for some lemon pepper wings. So we'll make it to Magic City. We'll make it to Magic City one day.
We're going to go there for the wings, of course, but we're going to go there one day. And I'm going to get me some lemon pepper Lou Will barbecue.
I might just go ahead and I might just drop a couple $100 there, but I mean, mostly on the wings, not so much the other entertainment that you find at that place. Get a little appetizer plate.
Mostly the wings, but perhaps some breasts as well. All chicken, of course.
Oh, chicken, of course. All right, so we got some picks for you guys this today for this weekend.
Legs also, but still chicken, of course.
Definitely, I don't like flats, so
no. Need the drums.
We need the drums for sure. But yeah, we got some games that we're gonna pick for you. We got 4 games each that we're gonna pick, and then we're gonna do college. Which as the intro was playing, I forgot about the college games, but we'll go through those quickly because there's some big championship games with playoff implications going into this weekend and the final. College football playoff. I think they should be making a decision who's going to be into the Final Four, pretty much make it into the playoff this Sunday. But without any further ado, I'm going to give you my first pick, and then, Jonathan, I'm going to kick it off to you.
All right.
And I'm going to start it off like this. Just got some talk from the stripper. She's from Kankakee. She just bought a Glock with the ruler clip. Boy, don't play with me. This is a hoe. You met her at the stove. You know how it goes. She wanted to smoke, so I bought some dope, and I took her to the O. And that is what is going to be the theme for this first game that I'm picking. I'm talking about Washington taking on Seattle. The 1 o'clock game. Who is going to have the O? Who's going to take the O and travel it this week? Well, Washington's offense continue to struggle after last week's performance, barely getting the victory against San Francisco due, of course, to stellar defensive play by Washington, of course. But which lacking side of the ball is going to come through this week? Is it Washington's offense, Seattle's defense? Seattle's defense has been trending upwards. I can't say the same for Washington. So this is going to be a tough game. I can't go against my team. I can never go against my team. But I think this will be a very close game. I think this will be a low-scoring game. 24-21, Washington picks up the victory. Actually, 23-21, close game. More field goals than touchdowns for sure. but defense will play pretty well. Also, Russell Wilson needs a big game to kind of bounce back from the slump he's had. Washington Seattle has a very interesting history. They play against each other, especially a lot of times in the playoffs, and hasn't really worked out very well for Washington. So we'll see if they can right the wrongs from the past and pick up a big victory this week. So I'm going with Washington 23-21. Jonathan, kicking it to you.
All right. Let's see. 100,000 on my head. It's disrespect. So offended that I had to double check. Those are the words the Packers are going to be speaking because, like Drake, they are going to be upset this week against the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers are 4-9. They're 1-4 coming into this game against the 10-3 Packers, who are 4-1 in their last 5 games. So completely opposite trending teams. One team has only lost 1 game in the last 5. One team has only won 1. But that just means one of these teams is hungrier than the other, CJ. And that team is the Carolina Panthers. Teddy Bridgewater is playing for his future right now. The Panthers are currently projected to have a top 6 pick. And if they stay in that range, they will be able to draft Teddy Bridgewater's successor. Is Teddy Bridgewater going to put up with that? No, he's not. He's going to give Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers a reason to be upset because he's going to cook them.
Ooh.
They're going to call him Gilbert Arenas because he's going to hibachi them boys out there.
Are you talking like this?
Yes. He's going to throw the whole Green Bay Packers defense in that walk and cook them up. I'm talking
I like it.
At least 400 yards, maybe 5, 4 tutties. DJ Moore should be activated off the COVID list. He'll be back. Robbie Anderson is going to cook. Curtis Samuel. They're each going for 100 yards and a touchdown. I'm going to just put it that way. All 3 of those receivers.
Is McCaffrey going to be back this week?
He is not. But Mike Davis is going for 120 total yards and 2 tutties. The over-under in this game is 51.5 points. We are hammering the over because the Panthers might hit that by themselves.
Okay. I like it. So, did you do a score?
Panthers 45, Packers 38.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be a high-scoring game.
That would be fun.
Oh, Jeremy Chin's going to have a pick 6 as well. 10 tackles and a sack. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Jeremy Chin. Sorry. My apologies, Jeremy.
Second place. Okay, cool. All right. I'll take it from there. Since we're going to continue this theme. Well, everything's going to be a breeze. That's the end will no doubt justify the means. You can fix any problem with the slightest ease. Yes, please. Well, you might find out it'll go to your head when you write a report on a book you never read. With the snap of your fingers, you can make your bed. That's what I said. Everything is not what it seems.
Ooh, a little Wizards of Waverly Place action?
Wizards of Waverly Place, and I'm talking about Pittsburgh versus Cincinnati. Everything is not what it seems in Pittsburgh currently right now, And I'm saying that Pittsburgh is not as good as everyone thought that they are. Losing the last two games, a running game that's existed currently right now. But on Monday Night Football, can Pittsburgh put it together? They play. I mean, this is a good week and a good time to find your identity back again and to find that run game against a depleted Cincinnati Bengals team. Ever since Joe Burrow has went down with the season-ending knee injury, that team has been deflated. All their flaws have been pushed to the forefront even further. The players hate each other even more, practicing in snow, no indoor facilities. Um, they're playing Brandon Allen right now over Ryan Finley, which is kind of a shocker, but I guess it makes sense because he's familiar with Zach Taylor's offense.
I think he's not playing this week, actually.
He's not? Oh, so Ryan Finley's going to get a chance to play.
I think I saw he might have been put on the COVID list today. Or he didn't practice today, something.
Well, possibly Ryan Finley or Brandon Allen this week. Be interesting to see. Either way, it's not going to make a difference for Cincinnati. I think Pittsburgh wins by a lot, but I don't know how much it does for them going into the playoffs. Pittsburgh's schedule, I think, over the next couple of weeks is pretty easy. Let me pull up their schedule. Let's see. Come on, Pittsburgh. Yeah, so they play Bengals, Colts, Browns. So actually, not a little bit of a tough schedule these next three final weeks. Colts definitely is not. It's no team to sneeze at, and the Browns are the Browns. So it should be interesting final 3 weeks for them to really kind of find pick up the steam back again. I think honestly, if all goes right, losing these two games at the time they did could be beneficial for the Pittsburgh Steelers. You don't want to go into the postseason too hot of a team. You need that down week to kind of like, okay. And then now it's time to slowly start rebuilding that momentum.
You need that piece of humble pie.
Yeah,
and they definitely they got two helpings last week and this past. So, yeah, I agree with you. That could be good for them.
This will be a good week to kind of put them back on track. But next week, if they can pick up the victory against the Colts, I think that would really start to get the engine roaring again. So I'm going with Pittsburgh 38-10.
Okay.
What you got, Johnny?
All right. I'm going to throw it back with a theme song as well. Well, I never thought that it'd be so simple. But I found a way. And I always thought that it'd be too crazy. But I found a way. And week 1, the Patriots found a way to beat the Miami Dolphins 21-11 with Cam Newton only throwing for 155 yards. Sounds fairly simple to me. They ran the ball for 217 yards. Running the ball is the easiest way to win a game. If you can run the ball and the other team can't stop you, and your defense can stop them, you're going to win. And I'm anticipating that's going to happen again this week. That game was in New England week 1. This game is in Miami on Sunday. The Dolphins are 8-5. The Patriots are 6-7. The Patriots are under 500. I think they're going to come out very hungry. And as I mentioned last week, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? Bill Belichick defenses always come out incredibly strong against rookie quarterbacks. And Tua is starting this game, and he is a rookie quarterback. So I'm anticipating he is going to struggle, perhaps mightily. Cam Newton hasn't been launching the ball down the field like we've seen him in the past. But if you look at his weapons, he doesn't really have anybody he can do that to. Julian Edelman, I believe, was practicing this week. I'm not sure if he's playing. I'm not sure if that's been confirmed or not yet. Let's see. I don't think he's back yet. But if they can run the ball, eat the clock, and keep the Dolphins' offense from scoring, which they did week 1, I believe they have a chance to win this game. The over-under is 41.5. I'm going to take the under, and I'm going to take the Patriots 20-10. 13. I'll give them 13.
Okay, I like it.
I think it'll be a low-scoring game. A lot of running the ball. The Dolphins might have all 3 of their running backs healthy for the first time in like 2 months. With Matt Breida, Myles Gaskins, and Salvin Ahmed. So they should have a full stable of backs. And New England has a fairly stout secondary. Their defensive line and linebackers are actually where you want to attack this team. So I'm assuming that's going to be what the Dolphins try to do.
Mm-hmm.
But, I'm going to take the Patriots 20-13.
Okay. Some might say that's a little controversial, especially with the season that the Dolphins had.
They're both 3-2 in the last 5 games.
True. Very true. But I have something a little controversial for you for this next game. All right. You ready for this?
Let's hear it.
I used to think that I could not go on, and life was nothing but an awful song. But now I know the meaning of true love. I'm leaning on everlasting arms. If I can see it, then I can do it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and I fly away. And I'm referring to Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Arizona Cardinals here. And which quarterback will be able to spread their wings and fly with the ball in the air and also with the ball in their hands? A battle of Jalen Hurts versus Kyler Murray should be a very interesting battle. Jalen Hurts has looked to rally the team around him last week. Ran for over 100 yards rushing on the Saints defense, which is very impressive. So he added another wrinkle to that offense, which is definitely needed a spark for sure. That offense was looking atrocious. But also, Arizona picked up a very impressive win over the NFC East. New York Giants last week dominated on defense. Got after the quarterback, sacked Daniel Jones and McCoy 8 times last week. So defense is stepping up and is playing well for them, but also the offense is putting up points. So really, this game is going to come down to the 2 young quarterbacks. Who's going to be the real dual threat quarterback and going to take this team and fly and soar? I'm going to give this game. This is a tough one. This is a really tough one because it can go either way. For my sake, I'm going with Arizona. I think Arizona continues to get some momentum and tries to make a late push for this playoff spot. I think Arizona puts up 32 points. Philadelphia puts up 22. 32 to 22 game. Arizona
Okay.
wins. I believe Kyler Murray will fly.
Okay. He's lightning. Sparks are flying. Everywhere I go, he's always on my mind. And I'm going crazy about him lately. And I can't help myself from how my heart is racing. Think I'm really digging his vibe. He really blows me away. He's got something special. He's got something special. And when he's looking at me, I want to get all sentimental. He's got something special. He's got something special. I can hardly breathe. Something's telling me maybe he could be the one. 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 I'm talking about the Chiefs Saints. 12-1 Chiefs taking on the 10-3 Saints. After hearing my little preview song, courtesy of Hannah Montana, many may think I'm referring to Patrick Mahomes. I am not. I am talking about the possible future quarterback, actually present and future quarterback of the New Orleans Saints, Taysom Hill. Can he prove that he can be the Saints quarterback of the future by taking down Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs? I think he's got a chance. The Saints, with him at quarterback, have been a ball control offense, and that's how you beat the Chiefs. You keep them off the field, but you also have to have explosive plays. And the Saints have the personnel to hit those explosive plays in order to keep up with the Chiefs, even if the Chiefs start to put up points and make a comeback. So I am going to take the 10-3 Saints and give them 31 points against the 12-1 Chiefs, who are only going to put up 27. I'm taking the Saints 31-27. In another big upset. I might just go upsets all over the place. I think my 3 games are upsets. So, yeah. We're the underdogs.
We need them this week, honestly. We need some upsets this week because this weekend's football is not looking too good.
No, we need some excitement, and everybody loves an underdog.
Yes. All right. You ready for my final pick this week?
You got the.
I think you'll like.
Should I go first? So I get the Sunday night game, and you got the Monday night game.
I already did Monday night. I definitely was like out of order. This is the Saturday game. Okay. All right. So here we go. Who am I? Rec league. I'm paid to ball. Y'all be string like a broke guitar. And I still put it down like the family
dog.
Yeah. I murder some. I murder one. Explain it all. Ferguson. We ain't gotta sing the same old love song. You ready for this one? Cut a white girl with the same black gloves on. I am referring to Buffalo Bills versus the Denver Broncos. As you see, O.J. Simpson used to play for the Buffalo Bills, and he was driving a white Ford Bronco. So that wordplay on another level, just like my dog Childish Gambino.
That's a double
That's what we
entendre.
do. Exactly. That's what we do around here. But my biggest thing that I want to talk about this week is, can Drew Lock stay hot? Can Drew Lock continue to secure that second contract and to secure this being his team? Because it's possible, and also can he secure Vic Fangio another year as head coach? It's possible that if he stays hot and wins some games that are not supposed to finish the season, Vic Fangio could continue to get one more year as a C. All right, you had a lot of injuries this year. Let's continue to build and see what you can do. Because I think this is only the second year in the system in Denver. Excuse me, well, for both in the system for Drew Lock and Vic Fangio in Denver. Offense looked good against Carolina last week. Drew Lock threw for 4 tutties. He shows flashes. He shows a lot of flashes, shows that he can do it with the young weapons. It's just a young team in general. They just have to grow together, which is kind of the growing pains of having a young offense. Can Drew Lock continue that hot streak? Can he show the Broncos that he is going to be the future for at least the next 5 years to garner that next contract? Because if not, Denver will be in that same trajectory of trying to possibly going back to the old route that John Elway did, was find an old veteran quarterback to try to help them, knowing that the defense is probably going to win them the games, which their defense is not as good as they used to, but they still are very formidable. And I think that has to be the Vic Fangio what Vic Fangio brings to them. But both has been hot. They've been playing really good football. Josh Allen, he's continuing to keep his own, feeding Stephon Diggs. Spreading the ball around very well. Formerly was the MVP talks, but he's just really doing what he needs to do to get the Buffalo Bills to the playoffs. And I think that Buffalo gets this victory, but I don't think it's an easy victory. I think Denver puts up some points this week. I think Denver puts up 22, and Buffalo beats them 22-28.
Okay.
So I've been keeping it pretty safe for my picks. I've been keeping it pretty safe for my picks for the most part.
I have not. I've been going big. It's go big or go home season.
Especially right now, because people are trying to go home for Christmas.
Hold up. Marcus Mariota's in a quarterback?
For the
Raiders? And throwing touchdowns to Darren Waller?
I think did Derek Carr test positive? I know they had a couple positive cases today.
He got a groin injury a couple minutes ago.
Oh.
Okay. Sorry for the breaking news. Mariota just threw a touchdown to Darren Waller. The Raiders are now up 10-7 over the Chargers. But it is time for our final Pylon preview for this week's games. And I'm going to switch up the genre on you.
Oh.
I know, actually, I don't know if it's really switching up because I did Miley Cyrus for my last one. But I know I can't take one more step towards you because all that's waiting is regret. Don't you know I'm not your ghost anymore? You lost the love I loved the most. Who do you think you are? Running around leaving scars, collecting your jar of hearts, and tearing love apart. You're gonna catch a cold from the ice inside your soul. So don't come back for me. Who do you think you are? And who do you think you are, Baker Mayfield? Going off the last couple weeks. Going for 400 yards. I think in back-to-back weeks. 343 last week. 2 tutties, 2 interceptions, 400 the week before that. Just playing like a first overall pick, which you were, but you haven't played like that since you were a rookie. It's just very surprising. I don't know if I like it.
He's playing into that next contract. I don't think he's gonna get that top next contract money, but he's trying to get that Blake Bortles deal, that Carson Wentz deal. Oh, Carson Wentz had a lot of guaranteed money. More of a Blake Bortles deal. Jimmy Garoppolo.
He's trying, and I've long been a Baker hater, but this week I kind of want to go with the Browns.
What? Interesting.
The 9-4 Browns are playing at the 5-8 New York Jets. Daniel Jones is questionable. I don't think he's going to play. And if he does play, he's going to be severely limited. He had a pretty serious thigh injury, I believe. So he should be limited even if he plays. And the Browns, even with Baker Mayfield at quarterback, are pretty good. This is a Sunday night game. You said that No, the Browns are good. Baker Mayfield,
Okay, fair enough.
We'll see. The over-under is 44 here. I'm going to take the under. I think the Giants are going to struggle to score points. Their defense is actually pretty good. So I think Baker's going to have a more normal Baker game this week. But I still think that the Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt duo are going to be enough to propel him to a victory over the Giants. I'm going to go Browns 24-13.
Okay, 24-13. Not bad.
And I'm going to say Baker throws for under 250 yards. But still gets the victory.
That's pretty fair. I know you was a big chef, but now that you seem to bake goods, you're joining the bakery over here with Mayfield.
I don't know about that.
All right, so let's to wrap up this episode, let's do some college picks, some quick college picks, because this is a big week in college football, of course. And the first game that I want to pick, if it goes down, it's possible that it might not. We already have about 6 games canceled this week. Miami, Georgia Tech, Cal, Arizona, Vanderbilt, Georgia, Michigan, Iowa, SMU,
Purdue, Indiana.
Yeah. And also UL, Monroe, and Troy among games that canceled. The games currently on as of right now that are going to be big matchups. Northwestern versus Ohio State, battle of the Big Ten, 12 o'clock game on Saturday. Who do you think wins this game, Jonathan? And who do you think wins this game?
Ohio State, but even if they win, I don't think they should be in the playoff. A 6-0 team. Would they deserve to be in over like an 8-1 Texas A&M or I don't know if Florida wins. I would probably rather have Florida in than Ohio State. If they beat Alabama on Saturday, that game is 8 o'clock on Saturday night on CBS, Alabama, Florida. I don't know. There's many interesting situations and hypotheticals that could alter the college football playoff. The only teams I think are guaranteed to be in it right now are Alabama and Notre Dame. I think even with a loss, both of those teams are still in. But Clemson, if Notre Dame manages to beat Clemson again, Clemson's probably on the outside looking in. If Alabama beats Florida, Florida would have 3 losses. They won't make it. Texas A&M is number 5. Ohio State's number 4. A&M still only going to be 8-1 if they win this game, so better than Ohio State, but would the committee put in an undefeated Cincinnati or Coastal team in over a 1 or 2 loss SEC team in that 4th spot? We'll see. What'd you say?
I said I highly doubt it.
I do as well. Now, this won't happen, but what I would like to see is if Ohio State loses and they're sitting there at 5-1, Northwestern 6-1, Indiana's also 6-1. I don't think any Big Ten team should get in that situation, because those are the 3 ranked Big Ten teams. 1 loss or better ranked Big Ten teams, I should say. I don't think any of them deserve to be in. Iowa State is number 6, but they have 2 losses. And they're playing 2-loss Oklahoma. I don't think any team with 2 losses should get in. That's my personal belief. If you have 2 losses before you get to the college football playoff, you're probably not good enough to win the college football playoff. And it wouldn't happen, but I would love to see Coastal play Cincinnati after championship week, but before the New York Six Bowls. And the winner of that game in as the 4 seed. I think that would be good for college football. It'll be good for smaller programs like Coastal or Louisiana if they manage to upset Coastal. We lost CJ here. I'm not sure what's going on with him. But I'm going to talk about a game that's near and dear to my heart. Clemson, Notre Dame, Part 2. Notre Dame won in, I want to say, double overtime in the first matchup, 47-40. Clemson was without Trevor Lawrence at quarterback, but was also down several starters to begin the game and then lost more to injury during the game. So they should be back to full strength going into this matchup. I think it'll be another good game, but I'm going to take Clemson. DJ Uiagalelei played tremendously in relief of Trevor Lawrence in the first matchup, who was out with COVID. But Trevor Lawrence is another animal. Just mentally, he's been in this offense for 3 years now. He knows the right reads to make, the right checks. And then the defense is going to have James Skalski, Mike Jones back at linebacker, the top 2 linebackers. Tyler Davis, who's Clemson's best defensive lineman, will be back as well. So several pieces that they were missing in the first matchup back. And I think that should be enough to turn the tide in the Tigers' favor. I'm going to take Clemson 42-38 over Notre Dame.
That's a very high-scoring game.
It is. The first one was high scoring too. It was 40-47. That one did go to double overtime though.
Do you see it going to overtime again this week?
It could. I'm not going to say it won't, but I think Clemson should be able to put it away in regulation.
Okay. Another. Let's see. What did you talk about? Oklahoma versus Ohio State? I mean Iowa State.
I mentioned it. I didn't really go into detail about it. I said they both have 2 losses, so I don't think no matter who wins, neither of them should be in the college football playoff in my eyes.
So what if we have a situation, to where you see let's say Ohio State loses and Alabama loses, or who's 3 right now?
Clemson.
Clemson's 3.
There's Alabama 1, Notre Dame 2, Clemson 3, Ohio State 4, A&M 5,
and Iowa State 6.
Iowa State 6. Who's 7? Florida's 7, but they're playing Alabama now. So they're not going to stay at 7 after this week. They're either going to go up and upset Alabama, or they're going to fall out of the top 10 probably if they lose.
So what if we see, let's say Ohio State and Clemson lose this week, right?
Mm-hmm. Clemson's out.
Huh?
If Clemson loses again to Notre Dame, they're out.
So who do you think? So you think Iowa State be pushed up in there? Do you think Coastal has a shot if they beat Louisiana this week?
I think it would be.
Who I think has a victory over Texas A&M this year.
Who?
Louisiana. Or they beat a big school this year. I can't remember what school.
Now, A&M lost to Alabama. That's their only loss. Louisiana did beat somebody week 1, though.
Yeah, I can't remember the school.
Iowa State.
Oh, okay.
Who is currently number 6.
Right. And if Coastal beats Louisiana and Iowa State were to beat Oklahoma, I mean, and if Florida loses, Ohio State loses. I mean, I don't know. I think it's still a slight chance for Coastal to make the playoff, but it has to be like, I don't think so. I don't really think. I would like to think so in my head, but
things get really interesting if Clemson loses. So Notre Dame over Clemson, Alabama over Florida, Northwestern over Ohio State. Things get interesting because those next 5 through 10, all those teams have 1 to 2 losses already, and the ones that have 1 loss have a chance to lose a second game this weekend. So
yeah, it should be pretty interesting. Who do you got? Louisiana versus Coastal. Big matchup is at Coastal, which is a big time advantage for Coastal. They do bring the house when they pack it out. I think they can pass 5,000. Which is they're pretty.
Are they allowing 5,000? How many were there for BYU? We appear to be experiencing technical difficulties. I'm going to talk some NBA. So that James Harden guy's fat, huh? Or is he? Nobody really knows. His weight fluctuates seemingly hour to hour, at least night to night. His Rockets are currently up 63-47 on the Spurs. He has 15 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists in 19 minutes. Christian Wood has 16 points and 9 boards in 16 minutes. John Wall isn't playing tonight, it appears. But you know what? Nobody cares about him. We're here to talk about LaMelo Ball. 18 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds in 26 minutes on 7 of 17 shooting. I'm trying to figure out how to get CJ back in here. He's trying to get me to add him back into the stream, but since he created this, I don't think I have those capabilities. And I am relaying that information to him as we speak. So yeah, this might be the end of the episode. LaMelo Ball, good. James Harden, fat. And lots of upsets this weekend in the football world. So I think that's going to be the end of the episode then. My picks again were Panthers over the Packers in a blowout. I think I said 45-38. Patriots over the Dolphins 20-13. Saints over the Chiefs and Browns over the Giants. And I think that's going to be all we have for you guys tonight. Sorry for the technical difficulties. CJ needs to up his Wi-Fi and quit being cheap. But yeah, that's going to be all we have for you guys tonight. And see you on Tuesday. Peace.